Hey everyone, really quickly I want to go over the notes for Frankenstein this week. Now this is some of the historical background, some of the context that it's important to know before you start reading. So we're going to start with Mary Shelley. This is the author of Frankenstein. So in your notes you should be able to click on the little boxes for this section and fill in the blanks. So as you see here, Shelley was born in 1797 and was the daughter of two radical and influential parents. Her mother was a pioneer in the women's movement for equal rights and education, and in 1816 she married her husband named Percy Shelley, who was a famous writer and poet, and they lived together for 8 years before he died. Now, this part's not in your notes, but just something important to know. Shelley gave birth to 4 children in 5 years, so 3 of them died as infants. So a lot of people believe that the concept of birth and death found in her writings really stem from this experience of losing her husband and losing some of her babies as well. Frankenstein is considered a romantic piece. So if you look at the bullets here, these are some of the things that make a piece of writing romantic literature. So it was from the 18th and 19th century literary movement that the pieces have some of the following characteristics. So they describe emotion and imagination. They focus on the beauty of nature. The settings are exotic or remote locations. So we see a lot of old castles and mansions. There's a hero or heroine who rebels against the norms of society, an intense interest in nature and its beauty. People are obsessed with dreams, superstitions, and ghosts. And then finally, the characters are emotionally intense. So, Gothic literature, Frankenstein is also considered a piece of Gothic literature as well. Gothic literature is romantic literature that also highlights ominous or isolated places, includes implied danger, features isolated or vulnerable characters, horrific distress or menace, mysterious death or disappearances, supernatural beings, unexplained events, and an overall atmosphere of just terror and suspense. So as we're reading Frankenstein, you will likely be seeing a lot of these themes as well. And this is the last slide, another fill-in-the-blank one. But Shelley's time was one of scientific advancement. So as far as science goes, there was a lot going on at the time. So galvanism was one study that people were looking into. This was the experimentation with electricity. So a lot of scientists explored the power of electricity, which could kill and animate. So if you think about it, if you get shocked by electricity, that's the way that it could kill you. But then animate is like when somebody has a heart attack and they use those pads and they use a jolt of electricity to bring them back to life. That would be an example of electricity reanimating. And then the last point there, natural philosophy. This is a type of science that was also explored at the time. It has been discredited, but it focused on the secrets of life, really just a way to live forever, trying to turn dull metals into gold. So once you finish with the notes, you can go on and start on the first reading. That's for you on Blackboard as well, and you'll just continue working through your journal. Your Frankenstein packet week by week. That's where you'll update all of your answers for that. And you don't have to save it or anything, just like your journals. When you sign out, it automatically saves it, and then I can get in and see your answers.